He wasn't here. He was busy making money.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
He was
That's
making
right.
money,
You're
bro.
right.
Going all over the country.
That's trying to.
But
Right.
we did interview Steve.
Remember?
Yes,
Steve
I did.
Sung,
Yes.
ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen. Steve Sung in the house.
Hey guys, how you guys doing?
Nice to meet you, man.
Thanks, man.
How's everything? How's the ride been?
It's been crazy, man. Ever since the win, you know, things just been pretty crazy for me.
You guys hang out today? We'll talk about the ride.
That sounds great,
Okay,
man.
don't go anywhere. We got some our guests here today. Talk story in just a little bit. Hane Kawaka right now from Is on 99.1.
Hawaii, loka oi.
With us today. Also, I got Steven Sung. Is it Sung or Song?
Sung.
Sung.
Steve Sung.
It was sang already.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll sing song.
It was Paul.
Not Steven, but Steve.
Paul the song.
Steve Sung.
So if you've never listened to our show, Ray comes up, tries to come up as many Thursdays as possible. But you're a life coach, a motivational speaker. You do all these different things. You've helped out Augie and I a lot, and you had this amazing story with Steve. I'll let Steve tell his version of the story.
Yes.
How did you guys? How did you hook up, and what happened?
You know, my mother, she at her church friend, her daughter was the one that was Ray's first client, and she's actually here with us. Her name is Margaret.
Margaret's
in the house.
Yeah.
And so at this time, when this was around the late 2009, is when I already fell from grace from doing a lot of drugs, being in debt. After I won my first bracelet, everything just fell apart.
Now, when you say bracelet, as poker terms.
Oh, it's the World Series of Poker bracelet.
World Series of Poker. Yeah. Well, how much was that?
I got
What's the plot?
770,000.
Jeez.
That's it.
Small payday.
So that was the first one.
Yeah, that was my first one, and I just recently won my second one for 1.2 million.
Good for you. Congratulations.
Yeah.
What is that? What does that look like? How is it like a check? Did you hold on to it for a little while? Well,
No, I got it in chips.
You got it in chips.
Yeah.
I have to mention this because the poker world is new to me as well. Yeah. After he won, I mean, we were walking around with $1.2 million in chips, bro.
Do you have
know what I mean?
security? You have security at that point, don't you?
I have my security right next to me.
I know,
I mean, when you walk, you gotta go turn it into the cage, right?
Yeah. I mean, no, I don't even have to. It's just that I had an investor, and I just gave it to him, and he just took it all in his pocket and just went with it.
He has $20.
What's
Have
the-
a great week.
What's the biggest chip? What's the color of the biggest chip?
At the Rio, it was this dark blue,
And what?
$25,000 chip.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so you
love
so
those
you get
chips.
this you win the first bracelet, and then you meet Ray right after this.
No, it took me around 3 years to meet him.
Okay.
Because my mom first, she offered his help for me, but then at the time I just wasn't, I wasn't ready yet.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what she meant by a counselor, you know?
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was getting myself into. And then 2 more years of really intense craziness.
Pain and suffering.
Suffering, and falling from graces, mental hospitals.
Wow.
That's when I realized I needed his help. And it's the best thing that ever happened to me.
Right. And so you went to one of his sessions, obviously, and did things start changing for you after the first session, or did you go, wow, this is weird, and maybe I'll try it again later?
You know, it's a funny story because when I first met him for the first session, I actually spent the whole session smoking weed. So
I thought this guy was from Hawaii, bro.
So you did see the light. Some other light you saw.
and he was really chill about it. So I was like, man, that's a cool guy, because I didn't know he was supposed to do work. I think he was just there to like talk, just talk and
like
just,
a counselor. Yeah.
That was it. So he was very supportive at the time.
That's cool.
The way
Hey, bro, light it up.
they have their high-tech style. I'm old school.
Yeah.
they got machines.
Some vaporizer.
Yeah,
and stuff.
that's what it was called. I never heard of it at that time.
Yeah, it was Volcano.
But it's big plastic bag with clear smoke, and they passed it to me. No, but I'm good. Let me know when you guys probably can stop working.
I want to talk about this 1.2 million win in just a minute. So don't go anywhere. It's 99.1.
Hawaii, loka oi.
You were here in Hawaii. You did Rage 4 in
Yeah,
Hawaii.
he did Rage 4. That's
Yeah.
right.
And day 3 was the final day, and after day 2 there was 18 people left, and I knew Ray was tired. He just finished his seminar and stuff. But I told him in the morning, man, you gotta come. I'm 4th in chips, and everything's just going my way. I was, the cars were going my way. I felt lucky, you know, everything was happening.
Well, he told us he already had like 700,000 hanging out on the side.
That was guaranteed.
So, so that's fourth and chip.
At this point, 50
No.
grand will be happy for all
7,000 two people left when we were heads
okay.
up. But on the start of the day 3 was 18 people left, and we were guaranteed. Let's say the buy-in was 25,000, so we were guaranteed around like 38,000 maybe. And yeah, it happened so fast, and you know, Ray decided to get the final ticket that was left, and then when he flew in there, it was just like, it was like everything that happened was, we predicted it, you know?
Yeah.
You didn't predict it. You said it was gonna happen.
He said something about a $1.2 million win that's gonna happen soon, like weeks
Before
in
I even
advance.
knew, yeah.
Weeks in advance, like 1.2 seems like the number.
Yeah.
First place was 1.2, and second, we're talking about like, man, right when you get there, there's gonna be around 2 or 3 people left, and you know, hopefully there's 2 or 3 people left. That's exactly what happened. I think there were 3 people left right when he showed up, and man, it's just. I took it down.
It's really Hollywood type of ending.
Yeah.
You know, but the cool thing, you guys, is, I mean, that is what I promote. That's what I teach at my seminars, is that we have more control over our destinies than we ever can even imagine.
Yeah.
And this experiment, so to speak, with Steve is a testament to this fact.
Yeah.
Because none of these things are chance, coincidence, or luck as we know it to be.
I wish I could
There are
share my
laws.
story, but I cannot.
Oh, I cannot wait till you tell
in a
us.
couple months,
Yeah.
I'll let you know what happened. But
Yeah, because I had a chance to work with Lanai also. But I do want people to know that when I met Steve, Steve was at the lowest of the low that anyone could be. And the journey together has been a little over a year from the time I started working with him. When I first started with him, Lanai and Augie, I worked 10 straight days with him. I flew out from Hawaii. They got my airfare and hotel accommodations, and I told the mom, I'm going to need about 10 days with your son, straight, back to back, because I had to get him off of not just illicit drugs, because it wasn't just, you know, pakalolo.
Yeah.
We're talking about some other stuff like ecstasy. I'm going to just say it on the air because he's all clear now. You know, MDMA. And then, but he also had medication.
I'm sorry, I didn't say that.
Yeah, he had medication prescribed from the doctors. He was on Klonopin and all kinds of other stuff. So, I mean, his world was totally out of control. So, in order for me to get him off all this, I knew I'm going to need the time. And so I worked with him about 8 hours a day for 10 straight days. When we were done, he was clean and sober. He even quit smoking cigarettes,
Good.
stopped drinking,
Very
all
nice.
that in 10 days.
You good?
That's what we needed to start with.
You're like Mick from Rocky.
So yeah. Rocky, cut the eye.
Chase the chicken.
Right, chase
All right,
the
talk story
chicken.
more with you guys. What a great story. Here's a Cock Falls now, right here on 99.1.
Hawaii, no ka oi.